Hey everybody, welcome back. Although this time it is for some Cevo Open action. I'm your host, Wolf Dota, and quickly into the draft. After interested teams, we've got Old Dogs going up against Standard Meta Killers, SMK. Looks like they're going to be playing out this one. I believe it is a simply a best of two. I don't think it's a best of three. I think they just played two games. I believe it is group stage. Nonetheless, we've got Nightstalk Revenge banned out by the Old Dogs, and then Gareth Mage in their second phase. Juggernaut, Omni Knight, and Witch Doctor banned out by SMK, getting rid of a lot of healing there, and a serious amount of sustain. Team Old Dogs, for themselves, though, they pick up an incredible amount of teamfight and some really good blink initiation. Brewmaster and Tidehunter, going to be pretty happy with those ones. Razor and Lion, the counters for SMK. Little I really like the Team Old Dogs. I mean, it's a little bit old school. Good ban. Get rid of the Rubik. Too many easy spells to snag there. But nonetheless, we're gonna be moving on, seeing who gets what next. Just kind of waiting for them. Either way. Lion and Razor, so supporting him, probably a mid laner. Seen him Razor run in a handful of other positions though. Seen him attempted as an offlaner and a safe laner. I think he's best in the mid position though, and he's pretty good up against Brew. Can drain him and force him back with Plasma Field and Static Link. Doesn't have to worry about missing either of those. They also banned out the Lycanthrope, so getting rid of a lot of push and sustain in general. Just not wanting to deal with it. Disruptor picked up by SMK. They're gonna be going all lightning. It looks like minus the Lion. We'll see if they grab a Storm Spirit or what they choose to go for here next. But either way, Old Dogs, they've got their mid laner and their off laner. Now they just need to pick up I should say solo laner, they could go an aggressive tri lane and leave the Brewmaster to his own devices in the mid lane, or sorry, in the Tidehunter, leave him to his own devices in the off lane, or the safe lane, whatever they send him to. But what kind of cores I think would be good here? They need some. It's very tough to tell what to pick as far as your sports go. The common ones, a lot of them have been banned out. They're gonna go old school though. This is looking like a straight up 2014 like October draft here with the Jakiro Tide and Brewmaster. This is going back here. Maybe see Death Prophet picked up by them. That's still in the pool. Depends how much the team fight and push they want to go. Just I guess can't. It's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, so maybe that's what they're going for here. They'll just pick the metas. A little bit living up to their name. Centaur is going to be the pickup for SMK, their fourth one. They've got their offlaner now, and basically all that's left for them is they pick up the one heal left. They grab the Dazzle, so we'll see. Maybe SMK goes safe lane Razor, mid lane Razor, safe lane Centaur, and then an Axe or something like that in the off lane, or maybe safe lane the Centaur. Like right now, Old Dogs they don't have any right click. Like they have a lot of decent team fight going into the later parts of the game. They do not have anyone who clicks hard, and neither does SMK. So I mean, right now I'd say their late game potential is pretty much even. Disruptor Lion, I would say, are probably about as decent as Dazzle and Jakiro. I mean, Disruptor can get an Ags and prevent BKBs and items from being used and stuff like that. And then Lion can pick up one of his own, do an immense amount of damage, or go other control items. Dazzle and Jakiro can do more or less the same thing. Razor Centaur, it really depends on who gets on to who first, but both teams really need that one position farmer. I'm going to put in the safe lane and really accelerate it. And so far, good ban. Get rid of the Spectre. I would say Anti-Mage is probably going to get picked up here if he doesn't get banned out by one of these teams. Anti-Mage or Phantom Assassin would be my guesses, as Juggernaut's already gone. Faceless Void is actually still an option too. They pick up the Void. I hope it's SMK. They've got the range heroes to deal with it. Brewmaster and Tidehunter are kind of screwed if you throw a chrono down. But it would actually also be really Void would be really good for SMK as they don't have that hard global lockdown. They've got some soft ones in the silence that is, and some slows coming up from Centaur. They've got a really scrappy lineup, but if old dogs fight well around their ultimates, there's just not what they can do. If they can win a fight outside the base with a Tide Hunter Ravage, and then maybe push the base with the Brewmaster split, we'll kind of have to wait and see. But nonetheless, looks like we have to kind of tick down. They're not sure what to ban. They ban out the Slark. So interesting choice there. Yeah, probably not a bad ban either. Slark, they would have a very hard time locking down, which brings my attention to Anti-Mage as well for SMK. They've only got Ravage and Ice Path as far as hard control outside of Brewmaster's ulti, so if they go into Anti-Mage in this lineup, it would be very effective. Now, going the other way, at least they have the Disruptor into the Lion, and they're going to pick it up, so I think that's probably a very good call here. And mana burn off of the Jakiro fairly effectively, or the Dazzle, and if he can, if either the Brewmaster or the Titan get stuck in Disruptor, they can't get their ulti off right away, they're going to be out of mana and unable to do anything for the remainder of the fight. Old Dogs now, they're in a bit of a pickle here. They don't really have anything to deal with this Anti-Mage. I mean,
10 seconds to go.
maybe try and go for some physical damage here. Go for something like a Sven. It's a strong. No, you need something with a more instant stun. They could go with a Dragon Knight and safe lane farm the Dragon Knight. His stun is instant from decent range, or if he gets a Shadow Blade. We'll have to kind of wait and see how they want to do it, though. But nonetheless, 40 seconds left remaining. Dragon Knight wouldn't be terrible. Maybe a range hero? Drow Ranger? They do have the Dazzle to keep her alive, and she's got her push, so she might not be too bad here. I wouldn't go with anyone else. I mean, Anti-Mage, it's very tough. They don't have a very good lineup to deal with it. They just don't have any hard lockdowns.
10 seconds to go.
And I mean, the other thing too is they go PA. So they got some pure damage to go through Spell Shield if he gets the crits off, as well as a lot of physical damage and a way to close the gap. But now it comes down to man fights. And if both these heroes blink into each other's team, I'm thinking Anti-Mage is way more likely to come out ahead. But that's enough of that. We've got the standard meta killers. 14 is going to be playing the Disruptor. Lucifer is going to be on the Lion. Bert is playing the Anti-Mage. And Mayapin is going to be on that Centaur Warrunner. And last but certainly not least, we've got Chupina is going to be on the Razor. For TOD, I guess is the acronym for their name. Team Old Dogs, we've got Effecto playing the Phantom Assassin. Brewmaster is going to be played by Chifu. Coddle the White. Kotal is going to be on the Dazzle. And Wise Talent's going to be playing the Jakiro. Brewmaster is going to be oh, I already introduced him. No, you only get one. And the Soviet Bear is going to be playing the shoutouts. Soviet Bear is going to be playing the Tide Hunter. As the teams rotate through, it looks like they're going to be contesting the bottom rune. First blood, high mob. These guys. Either way, looks like Anti-Mage is going to sit on the rune, and Tide's not even going to bother contesting. That said, top lane, they're going to find the Centaur. They don't like to go for him at all. We've got Ice Path, but that's about it. They're both hard carries picking up a rune, and we'll see which one of these gets off to the best start, as getting off with one ward is pretty good. I did get a ward down, though. I don't think there's any... Oh, they do have a sentry on the Lion. So we'll see after the first time they try and rotate onto him and he doesn't, whether they assume the ward's up here or if it's down here. Putting it down here is much better than putting it up here. This is such a common ward spot. We'll see if Lion just goes and places one. Oh, I'm starting to hitch a little bit here. We're running some packet loss. Let's take a look and see. 12% packet loss, and it looks like hope the players aren't feeling it, but I sure am. A little bit of slideshow Dota going on, boys, but rip Valve servers, I guess. Top lane, no, they're not going at it. But we'll have to wait and see. It looks like so far Razor is off to a very good start. Anti-Mage, there it is. I'm good now. Looks like they're gonna be good to go. Everybody's G, and it looks like we're gonna be back to it. So hopefully not the legs pass. Both teams will be a little bit better off in this laning phase, being able to actually react to what the other team's doing. Centaur should be all right up here. Jakiro and Dazzle do not do all that much damage. Oh, that hurts. He takes a big axe to the face. Don't have any evasion yet. No. Still likely to get right click down. And Disruptor's actually been doing a really good job of taking down this Tidehunter. If he gets hit by Anti-Mage a handful of times, he's going to be out of mana very quickly. Oh, the aggressive blink for the CS. You're done. And Bert's going to tank some creeps and pull them back as his Lion did pull some creeps through. It looks like he did have it stacked, so he's going to be able to clean them all up. Oh, yes. And they're going to be able to clean that up pretty easy. And they're just going to rotate through. Actually finds the Disruptor. 14, not sure what you're doing here, buddy. Got the Tide trapped kind of in a strange spot. Picks up an illusion rune. Tide doesn't seem to care. Just going to back off as these illusions hardly do anything to him. Razor draining the Brewmaster quite a bit there. Not going to be able to go. Top lane Centaur gets forced out by the Jakiro. Starting to zone him with the Liquid Fire. And PA now leading the CS chart. Almost tied with the Anti-Mage, but slightly ahead. We'll see which one of these guys can probably get to the Battle Fury first. And see, this is what I was talking about here. Oh, they dewarded this one, but not this one. It's a little bit tough. Sometimes there's not a lot you can do about it. Tidehunter still getting zoned out by these illusions. Gonna go forward. It's Disruptor with an anchor. Eats some more right clicks and just gonna back off. And Disruptor's doing a really good job of buying space for his Anti-Mage to just CS. Basically, while AFK. Oh, they're going to look to go. Oh, Tide doesn't get blocked in. That was so close. I'm not sure why he didn't just go for a slightly further up one. He would have had him. But nonetheless, Sophie Bear still alive, though he did drop very low. Speaking of low, Razor has 112 damage stolen, and Panda was very low himself. Looks like Razor probably took some tower shots while diving, but didn't have to worry about it too much. And now it looks like Jakiro might be in a little bit of trouble here. He's going to take a stomp. One more right click. Double edge. There it is. Oh, needed 2 right clicks and he would have got him. So a little bit unfortunate there, but nonetheless, Jakiro's going to be able to hobble away. He will have to back off, though. Centaur going to be able to buy his Ring of Health and should be okay to sit in lane as long as he doesn't take too much more damage. Another pull through coming out in favor of the Radiant down here. And Anti-Mage is going to continue to farm away as Tide has been forced all the way back to the well. Ooh. Centaur, what you doing? He's getting very close to the pole, trying to contest it a little bit. He's able to get... No boots. If he had boots, he would have been able to get that. Not sure why he didn't just juke up into here and wait here. Watch Jakiro go like that. More or less doing the same thing. That's what Jakiro sees right now. Ooh. There it is. And another big drain coming out in favor of the Racer. Tidehunter is now walking back, so he's level 3. Meanwhile, Centaur's probably almost level... Oh, he got zoned out a lot better than I thought he did. I thought he had sat in range for a little more experience than that. But maybe not. Tide not doing too bad. No ancient stacks for him, but nonetheless, he should be okay. On his way to pick up a decently timed Blink Dagger and or Mana Boots, whatever he decides to go for. Centaur's just doing the very aggressive run at them strat. Wants that Jakiro. Level 2 double edge does a lot of damage, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to get it. As the support's smoked up, rotating through, they've got... Should have level 2 glimpse. They do. Now this is when you can really go for somebody. Panda, not level 6 yet, doesn't have split. He gets forced back. They should be able to maintain vision of him long enough to get off a good... When they're going to go through, they get the drain. Kinetic field connects. Oh, beautiful Earth Spike catches him just on the edge. He gets off a clap. He's going to go down, though. There's not a lot they can do about it. And he's going to eat it. Are they going to glimpse him back? They do. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. Maybe could have glimpsed the Dazzle away, but at the end, it doesn't matter. First blood picked up by SMK. Going to be pretty happy with that one. Very nice Earth Spike coming up from the line. Caught him just on the edge. He was able to finish him off. Meanwhile, Centaurs soaks up some creeps and going to continue to just kind of soak experience up here. Tidehunter, unfortunately, has been completely drained by this Anti-Mage as far as mana goes. And, well, I don't think Anti-Mage will be able to kill him by himself. It's not looking great for his ability to contest and get CS here, as he's going to continually be harassed and just kept at no mana. That's the way she goes. Dazzle rotates through, does find an illusion rune. Oh, looks like he's gonna go on him. Fortunately, needed to right click him a handful more times. And level 1 Mana Void, not doing all that much damage, especially when Tide doesn't have that much health. Even if it did 1-to-1, it still only would have done about at most 300, and I don't does that like 0.6.
Guess what's happening to
Yeah.
Blair's bottom tower?
About 180 magical nuke there coming out on a 70-second cooldown. But it gets better the higher you get. And he's got his bottle up at 7 minutes. Blink Dagger, he's about 500 away from it, so doing all right. Oops, Centaur and Jakiro turn to trade blows. Double Edge going to come through. Ice Path connects though. Phantom Assassin's actually going to go in, and this might be the end of the Centaur. He may have overcommitted for this. Depends how hard they want to commit. Going to throw with the dagger. Going to get the slow, and Jakiro picks up the last hit. Going to survive with not very much health. Dazzle's there to keep him alive though, and he's going to be all right. Disruptor going for a stack, does get it off. So when Anti-Mage picks up his Battle Fury, which will be pretty soon, he's got it 44 CS at 7 minutes. Doing pretty well for himself. Has himself the Ring of Health and can pick himself up a Claymore if he wants it. And in fact, he's going to do so. Get that brought out to him. And now this is when Tide's life gets real sad, as he's going to have that extra damage from the Claymore as well as the sustain from the Ring of Health. And he just won't be able to zone out this Anti-Mage. Even with Thank you, Smash. That said, Lion's running in. He's got boots, looking for the Hex. Not going to be able to get it. Anti-Mage. Oh, looks like there's some hitching again. Maybe. We'll have to see how this goes. Might look to turn on him. What's Tide doing? He's in a risky place. Going to get Earth Spiked as well as caught in the Static Storm, and he's going to go down. Anti-Mage waiting for the last hit. Unfortunately, Tide had full mana, so the Mana Void didn't do a whole lot, and the kill was split amongst assists. So, gets an assist at least and drives the Tide from the lane. And so far they're doing a very good job of winning this bottom lane. And continues just CSing away. Can have that Perseverance here in a moment if he wants it, or just get the Broadsword. We'll see what he does, but either way, his Battle Fury is going to be very quick. The PA is, however, she's opting to go for a slightly different route. She's going to fight a lot earlier. Probably going to pick up a Helm with a Dominator, maybe a Basher. We'll see what she wants to go for first. Could be a Vlad's too, I guess. That's always an option. Liquid Fire, Ice Path going to come up. PA backs off though. Ice Path unfortunately doesn't connect. Dagger's going to go through, but I don't think they should pursue this. They've got Lion and Disruptor rotating through. We'll see what they want to do. Long TP. Stun's going to come up from Centaur. He wants to fight this. Pops the Magic Stick. They're going to look to go. Earthspike connects onto the Jakiro. Shallow Grave as well, though. He's kind of held in place for the moment. Throws out an Ice Path. He's getting drained. One more tower shot. The Disruptor is going to be... Lion's actually going to be the one credited with that kill. PA gets the crit and gets sent out. Thank you very much, Disruptors, says the PA. Free escape out from underneath the tower and gets the kill to boot. A little bit of cast time there on the glimpse. What's live. In the end, they go 2 for 2 in the top lane. And they're going to be alright with that. Anti-Mage, meanwhile, very alright with the situation going on bottom. He's got his Void Stone coming out to him and about 1,000 away from the rest of his Battle Fury. Probably have that at about 12 minutes. So, about 400 gold per minute is what he's probably getting now, I imagine. Yeah. So if he keeps that up, he should be alright. That said, Dazzle is looking to rotate through, and one nice thing about the Dazzle's Weave is it does physical damage, so if Anti-Mage is stuck in and amongst creeps like this, it's going to take a fair bit of damage here. But we'll have to kind of wait and see. Dazzle doesn't, unless Dazzle smokes, they're going to see this rotation as they got vision out there. That said, Jakiro somehow made his way down, and just going to force him back. Stampede comes out, looks like a defensive one. Yeah, looks like he's trying to, or maybe an aggressive one. Looks like they're trying to finish off the Panda, but unfortunately unable to. Razor's going to be stealing a lot of damage here, though. Gets 126 of it. Tidehunter has rotated up. They've got a Ravage if they want to blow it. They do. They throw it up for the Razor. He's still alive, though. Unfortunately, does not have mana for mech now. He's going to turn on his ulti and look to turn this, maybe. Pandas right now is doing no damage. Razor's going to get hit by a dagger. No crits for PA, but she doesn't need one. The Helm of the Dominator, she's good to go. So Ravage used. They get a kill on the Razor. And Anti-Mage Fave Farms. So far, so good for SMK. But either way, we'll have to wait and see what these guys are going to do. And I think they're just going to back off. There is an Invis Lion here. He's level 5, not level 6, but it could make a go on the Brewmaster. They just need someone else here with a little bit more burst damage. If the Centaur was mid, maybe they could go for it, but looks like the Razor's going to rotate through instead. The Hex and the Kinetic Field comes out. Earthspike as well. He's going for the split. He's going to be able to get it off. You want to maybe turn this around onto the Lion. Razor is still stealing damage. Steals 168 of it. He's got to be pretty careful. He's sending the Pandas in pretty deep underneath the tower. Might be able to pick up the Disruptor. Earthspike comes out a little bit too slow. And I think there's a bit of lag coming out here. Pandas, no, he's going to get Shallow Grave. Dazzle's there for him. And, no Glimpse going to help him out or get him killed at all. And Razor's going to pop the mech finally. And that's going to be enough to let him survive. Going to back off. And Anti-Mage is going to find a Tide Hunter. Actually just going to finish off his Battle Fury here. And at this point, this is when Tide probably has to piece out of the lane, go start stacking. As he can't even be near the creeps. Anyway, it still hits way too hard. It's just going to be very unfortunate for him. Yeah. Tide's just going to take way too much damage from this. There's not enough he can do to sustain it. That's tough. Either way, Lion picks up a bounty rune, might look to push. No, he's not. Anti-Mage is just going to clear up a nice little stack here that's cleaned up for him. And then there's another one over here as well. And one here looks like the Centaur is going to take that one. Wow, all these camps are stacked. SMK, their support's doing a fantastic and selfless job of making sure there's a lot of farm for their carries to come back on. And honestly, I think Anti-Mage should just go for like a Vlad's or something. I think that would be the item to go here. He picks up a Vlad's, can just farm for days, doesn't have to worry about it. Basically farm indefinitely. And he's got kind of an interesting build here. Actually 5 points in stats, only 2 points up in mana break, and then 1-1 for the other two. I mean, the spell shield is not that uncommon, but usually you see Anti-Mage just wanting to max that blink, maximize their farming potential when they're in the jungle, being able to blink around and all that. We'll have to wait and see. Anti-Mage's mana break is still unique, an orb effect, so... Ooh, looks like I missed a kill. When did Centaur go down? Suicide, it looks like he died to neutrals. Very strange. Either way, PA now has an Ogre Club, maybe looking for an SNY or a very quick BKB. We'll kind of have to wait and see. Oh, Stampede comes out. They're looking to go onto the Panda. He does have a split off. Oh, he claps! And the mana drain's there, not able to get it off in time. Someone gets glimpsed out. It was the Dazzle. Kinetic Field, it's going to catch him. Nicely placed by 14, and they're going to be able to finish that off. Double Edge comes out, and they're going to be able to get him. Unfortunately, the Impale, not quite there in time. Tide does have a Ravage, but going to have to back off. No mana to use it. As Anti-Mage pushes the bottom tower, he's going to just kind of freely CS here. There he goes. Oh, there he gets it. And speaking of freely CS, the Phantom Assassin, well, having somewhat free farm, not as much as he did, but decent amount herself, is a fair bit behind. Net worth, Anti-Mage showing he's a little bit ahead, but Phantom Assassin has knocked down the top tower, so has a much safer time up here now. And so far, it's very much a 4 pressure while 1 farms. I wouldn't say it's a true 4 protect 1, but it is very much a starting to feel like that. Anti-Mage is going to clean up some more creeps in the jungle. And Brewmaster and Tide, they both need to find their blink daggers. Both of them get fairly close. Brew's only 250 away. Tide's about 450 per take. And they need to find those so they can start initiating these fights rather than always being reactionary. There's been a lot of really good smokes and rotations coming out from Radiant. And they're just not quite doing it. Either way. Brew finally picks up his dagger. Going to be able to go where he pleases with it. There's another stack of Ancients. Yes, it is. Up to a triple stack there for the Anti-Mage whenever he wants to go take those. He, I'm assuming, is going to be getting a Vlad's. Maybe just going straight for the Asha. I don't know if you're farming stacks like this, I think it's best to go Vlad's. It increases your farm speed so much more, as well as Panda blinks forward, gets a clap. Disruptor's probably going to be going down here. He is stunned up, and the rotation's coming in, but they're going to be too late. Ice Path comes through. Ty does not have a blink dagger of his own. Razor's there. Not going to be able to push the tower off this as the Panda split's wearing off. Maybe they are. Stampede's there. Are they going to look to go? So far, no. Razor's just joining the line of sight, and they're just going to keep going. But anyways, as I was saying, if Animage has a Vlad's in this situation instead of a Yasha, he would be full health, full mana, and would be able to clear out those Ancients very easily. Probably have taken this tower by now, and could be on his way to Roshan very easily by himself. Meanwhile, the Phantom Assassin, with her lifesteal, is just sitting pretty at full health. Animage gets the bottom tower as well. Evens out the tower score. And we'll have to... It's very much going to come down to which one of these carries flinches first. So far, Animage has this fairly substantial net worth lead. But we'll kind of have to wait and see how it goes. Tide should be out farming. He's so close to his blink dagger, but doesn't have it. Looks like they're going to get caught. Oh, beautiful Static Storm. Catches the Dazzle as well as the Tide. Neither of them able to get off any of their spells. Tide's still stuck in it. He's hexed up. Gets fingered down before he can Ravage. And the Jakiro drops as well. Cleaned up by the Animage on the backside. Glimpse comes out. Long range glimpse onto the Brew. He's already used his split. Blink Dagger's on cooldown. He's going to try and TP out. Earthspike's there, though. Razor's going to be able to finish him off. Grave from the Dazzle, though. They're trying to keep him alive. Not sure they're going to be able to, as he's going to get hit as soon as that drops and it goes down. Anti-Mage also picks up the Dazzle off to the side there. So a quick 4-0, double kill for the Anti-Mage, and this is going to be an easy tower going their way. Excellent team fight coming up from the sides of SMK. And Anti-Mage showing that he's been farming very well, puts it to use, and he shows up to the first fight and wins it heavily for his team. Not sure if it would have been much better if Phantom Assassin had been there, but if she had wanted to go a farming build, I think she should have went for the Battle Fury, even if it taken a while. Blink Stomp comes out onto the Jakiro. Impale and Impale and a double edge to follow, but he's not going to go down. Phantom Assassin blinks in, gets a kill, no crits though. Able to run out of the kinetic field. But what I was saying is, if PA had gone for a Battle Fury and a Vlad's or something like that instead of the BKB Helm, I think she'd be way better off, especially because she hasn't been coming to fights. I mean, she's 2-0-2. The one kill was right there, and then the rest was all in lane. So, I mean, she's building this fighting build and just AFK farming in the jungle and in side lanes and stuff like that. So it's not the best itemization, I don't think. She could probably be doing it a little bit smarter. But nonetheless. Panda's got a blink and a split up. Centaur does not have his... Oh, he does have his blink now. They actually see him out there. They hit him with a dagger just to put his on cooldown. They're going to back off. That tower not going down yet. Anti-Mage farming off to the side. He's always nearby. Invisibility rune pinged out by the PA. Brew's going to pick that up. Would have been spotted by the Radiant. They have a nice little obs ward there. Don't know why I drew 6. But well, the white looks like Dazzle's working on getting that that medallion up and running. Once they have that, they can do Roche pretty easily. Phantom Assassin can probably solo it then with that lifesteal as well as the evasion and the crit. But nonetheless, Anti-Mage is going to go with Centaur and clean up the stack. A little bit of team bonding coming up here. They're holding hands. That said, it looks like it's a little too hot for the Centaur. He's going to back off as Anti-Mage finishes off the last of the dragons. And that finishes off his Mantis tile. So now, Split Push Anti-Mage is online. And honestly, he's getting pretty scary. He's at 12,000 net worth at 19 minutes in. Doing very well for himself. And he's going to look to just keep pushing away. Up top, Centaur might look to go. We'll see. Stomp's going to come out. Double edge. Nope. Getting all hyped up for creeps now. Getting bad here. PA's actually going to go on him. He gets off a Stomp. Stampede away. And the kinetic field. No Static Storm dropped, though. Maybe they turn that. He drops the Static Storm and a double edge comes out. They might be able to get that PA. And... oh, Split's going to come out in the mid lane. It looks like Mustafa on the line is going to be going down. The weave comes out. A couple punches from the Pandas, and he goes down. There's also going to be the mid tier 1 finally dropping. So, evens out the tower score a little bit. Anti-Mage actually lifted up. He's going to be able to get away there. Oh, why such a short blink? Oh, no, that ulti, though. The Static Storm kinetic field is so real. Anti-Mage, where are you? Why are you not hitting these heroes? But he's going to look now, go for the Jakiro. Big Mana Void comes off. Unfortunately, doesn't finish anyone off. He blinks out. Centaur blink comes in. Double Edge and a Stomp combo. Drops everybody low, but there was no follow-up for it. Razor's there now. They lose their Centaur. Razor's looking for a cleanup. And they're going to be able to get the Dazzle, maybe. Anti-Mage getting body blocked by his own creeps. Bruise in the area. And he's going to blink forward. Gets him. Needs 2 more right clicks. He drops to a neutral. Split amongst assists. Phantom Assassin. Out of nowhere, though. Oh, man. I don't know if they know if he's there or not. Oh, they're pinging it out. Oh, that's the PA pinging. So a little bit awkward there. But Animage survives in the end, so that's alright. But it was a very interesting fight. I'm surprised they didn't go for the PA. I mean, didn't have mana to TP. She's going to have it here in 15 seconds, but that's tough. A little bit frantic for her, I imagine. Dazzle's now got his medallion, so whenever they want to Roche, it's a certain possibility. Anti-Mage looking to go in the Jakiro, maybe. Gonna blink forward, pops the Manta, gets a couple of clicks off. Unfortunately, not there yet. Really needs a Basher in order to hold these heroes in place. We'll have to see what he wants to do. Resolution's doing quite a bit of damage. Gonna back off. I mean, what's PA's next item here? Asher of her own coming out. But we'll see which one of these guys can finish it first. Anti-Mage has 2,900. I believe that's all you need for the Skull Basher. 2,950, and he's got it. So you can have his on the Crow to him right now, if that is his choice. But we'll have to see. Panda, not sure what his next item is going to be. Does have a set of drums for a little bit of extra everything. Centaur, what's he going for? He's not farming as well as the Panda is. So, Razor picking up a, looks like he's going to go for a BKB. Mechanism on Razor now I don't think is very strong as it's so much mana. Ooh, Hex comes out onto the Tide. And they're going to back off. Anti-Mage in the area, still farming away. Doing a very good job. And actually going straight for the Monkey King bar. So going big or going home. He's 2,000 away from it. We'll have it quite shortly. You know, Tide now has his Blink Dagger. Not sure if he had it in the previous engagement, but nonetheless. Lots of scribbles being drawn by the Brewmaster, trying to show where they are. Enemy's now showing bottom, though. He's going to look to go on the PA. That said, this was probably a bit of a mistake. He pops his Manta Style. He gets crit up. He needs to get out of there. Ravage connects onto him, and he's going to go down. Pays for his aggression quite quickly there. Not even sure if they were expecting that, but they used Ravage for the Anti-Mage. Now I think they should look for Roshan. They're going to go take the Tier 1 tower, but I guess that's about the same. Maybe they can take the Tier 1, then go Roche. They won't have Tide's Ravage, but they will have Split. And without the Anti-Mage, I think they can, like that 14,000 of the net worth is down for 42 seconds. I think these guys should be beelining it for the Rosh Pit. If they can get the Tier 2, that's probably worth it. Maybe they can go back in and try and do it after. They could probably do it pretty quick with the Medallion and all of the rest of them there. But it's just a little bit difficult, I would imagine. They should be able to clear up this tower. There is a glyph available if they want to pop it. Tower's down to half. The defensive weave comes out. Lions in the area. Centaur is going to go for a blink stop. Connects on 3. Double edge. Doesn't come out yet, but the nice Earth Spike comes out as well. Ravage still in cooldown. Panda split. It's going to come out. Oh, the PA gets a crit on the line. Quickly drops him down. She pops her BKB. Gets a bash on the Disruptor. He's going to be going down as well. Double kill for the Phantom Assassin. He's got another dagger coming out. Oh, blink. Nice disjoint. Coming out from the Centaur Warrunner. And Razor. Anti-Mage, they found themselves in a bit of a sticky situation. They're going to look to go, maybe try and clean up. But it doesn't look like they're going to be able to. Oh! The big Mana Void comes out. Picks off the Dazzle as well as the Tide. But unfortunately, I'm not sure if it's going to matter. Maybe it is. They're trying to turn it. Anti-Mage does not have a blink. Now he does. Where's he going to look to go? And he's going to blink aggressively. Centaur's there. Unable to find it. Oh! Yule Scepter comes up from the Jakiro. TP as well. He's not going to be able to make it out. He sacrifices himself for the PA. Brewmaster is going to try and make it out as well. Phantom Assassin, what are you doing? Oh, blink, blink. Double edge, not there. They're going to back off. So they're able to clean it up in the end, turn it into a 3-for-3, but they lost a tower and a half with that one. Maybe even a little more. Yeah, they lost most of this tower. And that's tough. I mean, when so much of your farm is on one hero. I mean, if we look at, like, take a quick little look at this net worth. Anti-Mage is so far ahead of anyone else. It's absolutely absurd. But if you kill him, it's honestly, it's a little bit disgusting. If he had gone, I'm not saying MKB is bad this game. I mean, you're up against a Brew PA, so you need one. But hopefully he's able to finish it off nice and quick and then work on his heart is all I'm trying to get at here. If he gets a heart now, I think he's a heart or maybe a butterfly. If he gets heart butterfly, he's golden. Heart butterfly power treads or heart butterfly and can't think of the word, bots. He's good to go. Wise, he's gonna just keep pushing out bottom lane. I haven't really talked about the supports a whole lot. Shakiro, he's got himself a Yules. We saw him use it just before. Sacrificed himself for the greater good. Kept PA alive. Oh, they're gonna get a blink onto the Brewmaster. They hex finger stomp as well, but he is so tanky. Are they gonna be able to get him? They do. Didn't want to use the Static Storm, but nonetheless able to bring him down. Lion showing off his blink dagger with a very effective blink hex. Nicely done from them, and they had the damage to finish him off in the end. Anti-Mage is now split pushing top lane. Once this is this glyphs off, he's probably gonna Manta style and finish it off. Ooh, Stampede in the mid lane. They're looking to chase down Jakiro. They're gonna catch him with the kinetic field, but it's not gonna matter. They're gonna go for the Dazzle instead. They finish him off. Disruptor goes down to the backside to PA. She looks like she crit him down. They get a Yule Scepter on the Razor. He pops his Eye of the Storm. He's gonna keep going. Dagger crits on him. He gets caught by the Ice Blast. They don't seem to want to go. They're a little bit worried about it. Ooh, Jakiro drops down, turns around a little bit there, catches the Plasma Field, full in the face. Tidehunter's there, doesn't have Ravage though. 130 seconds, it's on cooldown. Everyone's pretty low though. He's got to resist that. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage pushing down the top lane, almost has the tier 2. Phantom Assassin's gonna go look to deal with him maybe. Might want to see a one-on-one. Doesn't look like it. Anti-Mage cleans up 2 towers by himself. And can now go for whatever item he wants to. Very well and getting very close to that. Tidehunter going for the cloak, it looks like. Decent item nonetheless. And he's almost got his Ags. I mean, he's halfway to his Ags, I guess, but either way. Lion might not want to go, might not. Razor finally finishes his BKB, so he can pop those in the fights now in the next one and hopefully avoid some of the stuff coming his way. There's not a lot they can do against BKBs. Phantom Assassin's getting towards her Abyssal Blade. Once she has that, she might be able to go toe-to-toe with his AM, who's right now with the Monkey King bar would shred her. He thinks. We'll have to see. I still think Heart next for him would be the item of choice. We'll have to see where he wants to go. I mean, if he gets evasion himself, it's really going to mess with the PA. Because even if he's stun locked, she can't hit him. It's going to be tough. Centaur, he's got a blade mail now, so if he can reflect a dagger crit, which is probably one of the funniest things ever. Bert still farming away. PA picks up her Abyssal. We'll see if they want to smoke up and go. Do they have one on anyone? No smokes on those 2 supports. Nope. Maybe not. I'm still kind of surprised there's been no Roshan attempt. I mean, they could just have Tidehunter walk and blink in, and then the PA could blink to him, and Roche would die very quickly. It would be a lot of fun. Something to talk about, maybe? Not this game's been boring by any means so far. Score is doing pretty well. 17-4, fairly even. Anti-Mage is really far ahead, but the rest of the team is lagging a little bit behind here. Mostly his supports are just a little bit weaker. The supports have a lot more. That's the problem with Anti-Mage, is he takes a lot of farm off of the map. So we'll have to see where he wants to go from here. He's gonna clear out another big stack, so man, his supports. Where do you buy supports like these? They have been stacking everything. Right when he was ready to be done the laning phase after he got his battle free, this was that was a triple stack. This was a double. This was a double, and this was a triple, I believe. Big 5-man rotation coming up from the Dire. They're gonna look to pressure the bottom lane, maybe finish off this tower that they started. It is oh so low health. We'll have to wait and see. Razor's got a TP. He does. Working on his Ags as well. Oh man, that Dazzle didn't even have a chance. Anti-Mage gets stampeded out. And there's a Hex on there. Big Ravage comes out. Connects onto 3. The Static Storm's there though. Anti-Mage goes down. PA with 1 swift crit brings him to the ground as well as bringing down the line. Anti-Mage buys back. So far, Jakiro and Dazzle have gone down on the backside. Brewmaster's going to get blinked away. Clap does not connect. Anti-Mage has bought back. Looking to go. He's Yes, Panda Split's finally going to come out. Maybe look to finish off the Tide Hunter. He's almost got him. One more crit. He's getting juked around the tower. Razor comes from the backside. BKB in tow and able to pick him off. They're going to find the Storm Panda and they're going to start clicking it down, but this is just what they're waiting for. Pop your Plasma Field now. He gets stunned. Brewmaster gets a crit, blinks away. He's going to TP out. Animage went the wrong way, and Brew's going to be very happy with that one. Fortunately, he got... the Razor got stunned there at the last second. Couldn't hit the Plasma Field for vision. Gets that. Brewmaster can't blink, and kill him. But in the case, big fight coming out. PA showing that she is with the Abyssal Blade, not afraid of an Anti-Mage. He really needs something defensive now. Honestly, I think Heart would be a very good choice. Heart, ooh, oh, ended up some creeps. Anti-Mage is just sadly waiting for his unreliable gold debuff to wear off. And got most of his ags from that fight as well. Gonna have it after this. And I'm sure if we take a look at the... Ooh, what am I looking for? There it is. The net worth. Yeah, it's very even right now. Probably gonna sit at about 2,500 in favor of the Radiant once this is all said and done. Experience a little bit more. Probably should drop to about 5k. Centaur picks up a 4-staff now. So a little extra mobility. Maybe save his Anti-Mage from the dreaded Phantom Assassin. BKB? I mean, they don't have a lot. They don't have anything to control him through it, except for the Abyssal Blade. And Phantom Assassin is just going to shift Q, Phantom Strike, Abyssal Blade. Like it's, I think a Lincoln's would have been better by a substantial amount. Sure, you can still get caught by the Ravage, but it gives you all that extra health, the regen, and it's just, I don't know. I think it would have been a lot better because the only hard lockdown they have is for Abyssal Blade, which goes through no matter what. Either way, we'll have to see how it works out for him. If he's able to use it effectively, maybe can avoid a lot of the damage coming out. He's got a DD rune currently, so they kind of got to be careful here for the next 10 seconds. Make sure that no one wanders in front of him. They gonna smoke? They've got one. Not sure if they want to do it. Brewmaster's gonna clean up the creeps, goes and gets some crits, and he's now got an ag, so a couple extra claps coming out from him, as well as a decent increase in duration. Centaur still just checking Roshan. Gonna back off. And Lion, not sure what he's saving for. Oh, they ping him out. Smoked up. They're gonna look to go. Phantom Assassin's not sure. They're probably a little worried about going high ground. Brew's gonna find Disruptor. Oh, blink, clap, crit, and another crit there. Oh, he gets it and gets sent out and led off to safety. Tide's looking for a Ravage. Not gonna find it. Brewmaster's still there. Lion's in the area as well, though. He has a blink. Anti-Mage pushing top. We'll see how much time his team can buy here. He bought a BKB. He needs to be back here and use it. Otherwise, it's item wasted. Razor pops his BKB. They don't have anything to do about this. They can't kill him at all. So, I mean, maybe it's not a bad choice. PA can't blink to him to get him with the Phantom Strike. But if she's already in range, Abyssal Blade, not hard to use. And they're going to start having to trade here now. It looks like Panda's going to rotate out. So is the Dazzle. They dropped the Macro Pyre. Probably let Jakiro just finish off this tower if they can. Anti-Mage solos up the Brewmaster. Didn't even catch it, he died so fast. And he's going to be able to clean up this tier 3 if no one else comes back here. Poor Dazzle can't do anything all alone. Most he can do is not die for a moment. And Anti-Mage is going to start going for the range rack, or the melee rack, sorry. Oh, PA's now top. They catch the Tide Hunter and the Jakiro on their way out. Looks like they hung around a little too long, and they paid for it. So now they lose the tier 3 and get some damage done on their melee racks. Unfortunately, it is the melee racks. That is unfortunately for SMK, as if there's range racks, the damage would not be healing. But anyway, it's not a lot you can do. Razor now has his Ags completed, so his ulti doing significantly more work. And also sustain the mana for the mechanism, which has been helpful in these fights, keeping everybody alive, a little bit extra armor and HP. And that's Invis Rune for the Disruptor, who looks like he's going for a Yule Scepter of his own. Not a bad item at all. And Anti-Mage has another 4,300 gold in the bank after pushing in that top lane. So maybe now he gets I think a Butterfly now would be probably ideal. Force PA to go for an MKB, but we'll kind of have to see. Especially because he doesn't take any sort of magic damage. He's resistant to all the actual damage, and all the lockdown is stopped by his BKB whenever he wants to. Sells his treads and his. I think he's just gonna bots out. Fair enough. We'll see what he wants to do about that. Gonna continue to farm away. Get a butterfly now. He'll be pretty much 6 slotted. Lion, what are you going for? 4 staff, it looks like on the lion. So a little bit more mobility, I think. Never a bad thing to pick up at all. And so far now, both teams are starting to reach that point where they're a little bit concerned. Yay, though, looking for Centaur. They might have saw him. They're pinging him out. Gonna see him, but unfortunately not able to get there. They're pinging him out, though. Centaur does blink. Oh, they didn't know you were in the Roche pit, Anti-Mage. They probably had no idea you were there. But he's going to back off. They still didn't know he was in there. He would have been clearing that up pretty quick by himself. Maybe he goes Satanic here instead. Depends how worried he is. I think Butterfly would probably be the choice to go, though. Maybe Abyssal. Get one of his own. Point though, it doesn't matter. I'm still surprised that neither team has done Roshan. Phantom Assassin can just blink through whoever wants to go into the pit first. And looks like that's how it's going to happen. Oh, she just tried to blink to Roshan. And they pinged her. That's funny. She now blinks to Roshan, and they're going to clean that up very quickly. No medallion being used from the Dazzle, but it doesn't look like it matters. This is, however, the first Roche, so no Aegis or cheeses for quite a while. They will be pretty happy to pick this up, but they're going to have to rotate out of here pretty quick. They won't be able to push with this for a while, as the lanes are all pushed in very far. And he just got this one. This one's actually going to go all the way up to the high ground. He didn't send his illusions at it, so not going to go that quick. But they got to push the lanes out, and it's going to be a while before they can go anywhere. That said, they do have vision of the Anti-Mage. They know where he's at. And they're going to just keep backing off. And gonna back away. Looks like Lion. He's going to tank the gank here. Oh, quick blink away from him. He's going to juke back up the high ground. So far, avoiding it. Nice plays coming out from Mucifer. That said, his buddy the Disruptor, not so lucky. Phantom Assassin has now gone godlike and has not dropped at all. Anti-Mage, you got to hit the range racks, buddy. Do some lasting damage. He's going to decide to blink away, spend some of his money. Oh, blinks into the Brewmaster, drains all his mana very quick, and he gets him before he goes down. Ravage is blown. BKB popped by the Anti-Mage, and he's going to be able to kill the Tide. Needs one more hit. What? Where is it? Oh, the Dazzle's there. And she's just going to chase him around. Weave comes out. Anti-Mage goes in very aggressively. Unfortunately, his BKB has worn off. Well, on the backside, the Phantom Assassin is doing the same thing to his supports. They're chasing him down. Force Staff, Double Edge, where is it? He needs a stomp. Oh, no. He's going to run back into him, and I think this is the end of it. Oh, man! Effecto with a huge blink away. He's going to maybe survive 134 HP. They've got to be able to get him. And he's going to start chipping away. Oh, this might have been a bit of a mistake. Never mind. He's too strong. The vision is too unreal. He doesn't go down. Maintains that godlike streak after picking up another kill and an assist. Meanwhile, though, unfortunately, Anti-Mage did the same thing inside of his base to his, not his supports, but his cores. Fellow cores picked off by the Anti-Mage. Who is, even though he's got 2 deaths, is 9,000 gold ahead of the Phantom Assassin as far as net worth, and is now 6 slotted. He's got his Butterfly, BKB, Boots of Travel, Manta Style, and he's going to be coming to this fight in the mid lane with it. Phantom Assassin, oh, almost kills himself on the Blade Mail. Pops her BKB a little bit too late. Abyssal Blade comes out onto the Razor. She goes down. Phantom Assassin's going to be able to blink away. Anti-Mage still up in the air. Unfortunately, he didn't get his BKB off. They're going to go back. Lion still alive here. Oh, that's going to be a dead... Oh, unfortunately, the pipe keeps him alive. Anti-Mage is still going to go hard, though. I don't think there's too much he can do. He's pretty much running rampant at this point. He's got himself a double kill. He's on a mega kill streak. He wants to make it a triple, but unfortunately not going to be able to find it. And as weird as that was, I think it just showed that this Anti-Mage is pretty damn scary. Even though he's died a handful of times, there's not a lot they can do against him. They weren't able to take away Phantom Assassin's Aegis yet, but they're able to claim another tower. He's going to clean up the Ancients, and then I imagine he's just going to start pushing in slowly. At this point, when you no longer need to farm like this, Maybe selling the Battle Fury for some more damage, either Chrysalis or Daedalus might be a little bit better. Don't need to worry about cleaving people creeps down so much, but he would lose a lot of split push potential. We'll have to wait and see what he wants to do. That's one of the options, though. Maybe buy a second courier, keep it in the bushes over here, push the wave with it, and then swap it out for the Chrysalis whenever you don't need it. Either way. Lion, still not a lot on him. Razor, probably looking for a refresher orb, I would imagine. Unfortunately, unable to. And they want to take out that top range tracks. As they hadn't yet, Animage will have buyback by now, so he can kind of maybe suicide for it a little bit if he wants to. That's still pretty strong. If he had spent as much time on the range tracks as he did the melee, he'd have had the range by now. So maybe a little bit of a misplay coming out there, but he's still clearing Ancients. Not sure what he's farming for, but he's farming for it. This is gold per minute, just shy of 900. Very impressive for him. Holy crap, 540 creeps hit. So, oh, Centaur, no. Phantom Assassin now picks up an MKB of her own. That's going to replace the Aegis here in a moment. And now I think that the Anti-Mage is in trouble. Phantom Assassin can, if she gets to him, he's going to die. There's not a lot she can do about it, or he can do about it. He's just going to get crit down. It's going to happen no matter what, as he does not have a bash to finish her off. So maybe he sells the Battle Fury, goes for a Super Basher of his own. We'll be able to pick it up then. Roche is going to respawn in what looks like 5 minutes and 38 seconds. Can be the respawn timer for that. So a fairly quick respawn for the Roshan. Only a 45-second wait after. Oh wait, 5 seconds. Wait, no, that's the almost the longest possible respawn. Never mind. I was mistaken. Sorry, reading that sign a little bit wrong. Looks like they're going to be pushing out. Anti-Mage going to be TPing away. Going to go to the bottom lane, continue farming that out as the Dire were rotating through the jungle. Grouped up as 4, 5. Going to find the Razor. He's going to get Blink clapped on. The Centaur's there as well. Stampede is off cooldown. Ravage is going to come out. They're going to be able to pick off the Razor. Centaur still has Stampede. Unfortunately, he's going to get Cyclone. Lifted up by the Jakiro. Now pops it. He's going to get slowed up. Pops a Blink Dagger. Or sorry, his Blade Mail. And clapped. He's going to stomp, but I don't think it matters too much. He's going to be going down. There was a haste rune off to the side, but it doesn't matter. They find 2. Beautiful smoke coming out from the old dogs. They're going to be pretty happy with that. That said, Anti-Mage doing Anti-Mage things. He's split pushing hard. He's going to go top, it looks like. Try and force more rotations. Just keep them out of his base. But I'm a little bit worried here. They need to start getting out and worry about themselves. They're all rotating up here, and they're going to be back soon. Flap comes out as another blink away, and they're all going to be fine. Lion's going to make it out. Disruptor, he's hiding off in the bushes. He's going to TP as well. That 5-roll Disruptor almost has the 45-minute Yules. We'll see how long it takes him to get a Void Stone. Maybe they'll let him smell a creep. Oh, poor guy. I know what it's like to be in that position, and it's tough. I imagine the golden experience graph is pretty even. Yeah, not fantasy points. We want net worth. Wow, that is interesting. So it looks like, I guess because of all the pickoffs that the old dogs have been... Oh my, what am I doing here? Looks like Anti-Mage is going 1v5. He picks off the Phantom Assassin, and he gets stunned up, pops his BKB, goes on to Jakiro, blinks a little bit too far, doesn't have any way to lock him down, though. He's just going to start cleaving through the Panda spirits, and he's going to blink out as... Looks like his BKB was wearing off. He's going to be alright, so he gets the Phantom Assassin. How much gold was that worth? Oh, I missed the fight recap? No! Probably an absurd amount of gold, as he has 11,000 in his inventory right now. You can just, go casually buy 2 Divines or something. No big deal. But he's just going to keep farming away. His gold per minute is going to be ridiculous, and unfortunately, it just doesn't matter. I mean, he's 6-slotted, as you can get, and they're still not able to push inner lane of Rax. I mean, Phantom Assassin's down, but she's got buyback. She can come back. BKB was not used there, so it's still 7 seconds. They can pop a defensive weave and just kind of wait this one out. Anti-Mage is all the way back. What's he going for? Looks like he's just trying to regen. And the Lion DCs, are they going to pause for it? Oh, there it is. They're gonna pause for the Lion. Poor guy. Huh. Sorry, Lion lagging. No problems. Sorry, guys. I was just reading, checking out Twitch chat, and they're gonna be. Lion should be okay here. Chihiro not gonna be in range for Yules. Lion says, "Thank you for not killing me while I was AFK," and I wonder if I imagine they'll let him, the good manner let him get away. Yeah, they both back off instantly. Both teams showing a little respect there, not re-engaging off the pause. Both teams just kind of backing off. Nice to see a little bit of showmanship in the class from both these guys. Good stuff from them. And so far, it's been a very good game. That said, Bert, you gotta watch out. There's a lot of them out there, Bert. He's gonna be okay. And Jakiro, he's got a Ghost Scepter now, so he can avoid that animate. The only problem is, if he gets his mana drained, he has a lot of mana to make explode. So he's gonna be the pick-off target. And man, oh man, is he juicy bait. That said, we take a look at the Radiant Vision. This is what they see right now. They've got a pretty good idea of where they are. Animage is gonna go for it no matter what, though. Jakiro dropping very low. Mana Void's there. Ravage connects, though. Oh, and Animage gets baited out. The Phantom Assassin comes in, gets a quick crit to end him. And Jakiro makes it away by a scale of his tail. Panda cleaning up. Looks like he's going to be going so low. Almost has a Refresh Orb if he wants it. AC or Vlad's also an option. Both would be very good. Roshan, thank you, little pop-up thing. You're going to be up in a minute and 10 seconds. Makes it so I don't have to go check that. It's kind of nice. 14. Come on. I said 45-minute Yules. That was a minute and a half ago. You can do it, buddy. But if they let him finish this camp, he'll somehow have a Yules, which means he might be helpful in these fights. Not that he hasn't been, it's just he's been playing such the hard 5. Like, the Animage was very far ahead, but unfortunately he wasn't able to clean it up as much as he wanted to. And Panda's going to split. Looks like they're going to be able to pick up the line. He blinks away. That's going to break the boulder. And lift onto the Centaur. So far, they're committing very hard to the high ground, but they don't have a Ravage for 85 seconds. This is pretty brave. Nightfield's going to come out. They have a Static Storm. Not going to want to drop it, though. Razor is in there, though. And the Brewmaster's DC'd. Oh, no. This is tough. And let's take a quick look. So his Earth Panda's here. They won't be able to kill him. Either way. What is that? Looks like it was draining the tide. Phantom Assassin is going to be on his way out. Can blink over the wall. Dazzle's good. He should be able to back off. Animage has a buyback. He probably doesn't want to use it yet, though. Not that it would matter. He's got so much... what am I... Wow. Sorry. He's got so much gold. It's absurd. And he's just going to continue pushing away. But Razor's got the Oblivion Staff. Nothing else for it right now. Does he have buyback? He does have buyback. Buyback ready. He's not quite there. I guess I'll just pull up the menu. I'll be literally there. He's like 40 gold off. Or something. Oh, 6. Wait, what? Oh, he would lose a lot of that unreliable gold, I guess. Yeah. But he's a long way off of confirmed buyback. We'll have to see. I imagine not all that's going to happen here. Panda's going to wear off as he's already out of there. And, oh, Blink Hex onto the Phantom Assassin. Kinetic Field. Static Storm does not connect anything. Tide gets blinked out. Razor's still up in the front, though, doing a good job. Stomp connects onto 3, though. Unfortunately, they're not able to make a go of it. Razor pops his BKB. The Brewmaster split is down. He's going to get cleaned up. Double edge down. They're looking for more, though. They're chasing him. Dazzle with the Shallow Grave TPE, and they're going to cancel the TPEs. He got mini bashed by the Anti-Mage, and they're going to look to keep going. Not going to be able to find the Tide Hunter. Phantom Assassin is already quite a ways out. And looks like Jakiro's going to push in the bottom wave and look to go. So there's a buyback on the Brew, but he doesn't have split. Anti-Mage, however, used his buyback, but it doesn't matter. He buys a Basher. I imagine... Oh, that sucks. That's like the worst day ever. What did he... Wait. He just sold his Butterfly for a Super Basher. So, ballsy. Not gonna lie, that's very, very ballsy. But, I mean, it's... one of the problems Animage has isn't that he's a harder carry than PA. It's that he gets to the point of being 6-slotted much faster, as you can see by his incredible net worth lead. But Phantom Assassin probably does more damage than he does right now, even with only 1 crit. It's just the problem of the AM. He just goes down so fast. He's got 17 armor, but when PA's critting you for probably 1500 or something absurd, whatever she hits creeps for. Oh, we're going to see a Ravage. Unfortunately, he gets stomped. What a stomp coming up from the Centaur. Prevents the Ravage from going off and kills the Brewmaster. He's going to go down. Maybe not. There he does drop. In the end, oh, Phantom Assassin gets hit by the Abyssal Blade and she goes down. The finger from Lion bringing her down. So far, 3 dead. There's not a lot they can do. And Cuddle the White's going to call it off of that. That's going to be GG. Well played. What a stomp from the Centaur. May Apwin with a beautiful stomp. Man, oh man. Ended it just like that. Follow from Disruptor was perfect. It just couldn't get off that Ravage. He Ravages there. They win that fight. Oh, man. What a play. And that was game 1 of SMK going against the Old Dogs. What a finish. Very abrupt, but I mean, exciting nonetheless. We'll be back shortly with game number 2.